Hello, my friends. I had a message and something to say. Unfortunately, I had to have 2 brain surgeries, one up here and one down here. It was terrifying and crazy, but it had to be done. I was sick for a while. Unfortunately, I was throwing up a lot. I kept hearing these buzzing noises, and it ended up being the thing that I didn't want it to be at the end, called glioblastoma. And if you read it, it's a terrible disease. I've actually lost a few friends from it because it's a very mean, aggressive cancer that likes to come back. So it's been a very hard situation and a very sad situation that I've been going through out here, and other people, of course, has been through it too. But I just wanted to let y'all know that I still love each and one of you. I wanted you to know, and I love y'all so much, and I thank you for the prayers and the support, the love, everything that you guys have been giving me. I just really appreciate it. But now I also found out that my brother-in-law possibly has the same thing. And you think to yourself, how could this be? I mean, this is a rare, terrible disease, that people are getting, and it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, or what you're doing. Cancer can come and get you, at any moment for no reason. And, I've had people ask me a few questions, but I still have my faith in God, and that's me. I've never forced anything that I believe on anybody, because this is my walk, this is my journey, and this is me. And what I do know is that it rains on the just and the unjust. And as I was pouring the blood, from these surgeries and this hair loss and everything that you go through, and these just scars all over my body and everything going on, I recalled Jesus, dying on the cross for all humanity. He didn't have any nurses. He didn't have any doctors. He was just bleeding the way that I was bleeding, this blood. And it broke my heart, and I thought about Jesus and everything that, he did for us. And then I started thinking just about life and having a human experience, that we really are human. Like, I know it sounds weird and you don't realize things can happen to you, but we really are having a human experience. The blood that we have inside of ourselves, everything going on is really, this is real. We're human, and we're having a human experience in this life. But I also wanted to ask for prayers and thoughts, not only for me, but for my brother-in-law, Timothy. It's just a terrible situation. And again, like I said, I've lost a few wonderful friends that have had this disease. And you never know what's going to happen. You never know. Like, it's appointed unto man once to die. I do know that we all have to pass away one day. It doesn't matter really your age. It doesn't matter really, anything about it. But one day we have to leave this body, whether it's pretty or ugly or whatever it is. One day, you have to leave your body. And it's just a sad situation. But one thing is that you cannot control it or stop it. It is what it is. And it rains on the just and the unjust. It's not like I'm mad at God for any reason. I would never be upset with God. Like, I know so many people think God is a genie in a bottle, and that if he don't answer this prayer, he's mean, he's bad. But this world is not my home anyway. I mean, this world has been ugly. It has been a lot of things, and we have had goodness, but it has not been a very nice place always. It's so for me, even though I don't want to leave anybody behind, and that's the worst part, because I love everybody so much. I love my husband. I love my family. I love so many people, my friends. It's one thing, you don't want to leave them behind. You really don't. But as far as the world is concerned, it's kind of a nasty place a lot of times anyway. And it just seems to me like I just don't understand it, and I never did. So, we're passing through anyway. And if we're just passing through, maybe we'll go to a wonderful place again. And I don't know the future. I really don't know what God's plan is. But I just wanted y'all to know what was going on. I shall sing again and play my guitar and my piano and do the best that I can. But I will be having therapy here soon in Germany. It's been a little bit of a struggle here because I don't sprechen Sie Deutsch. So it's been wild, guys. Little humor to make you laugh a little with all this great sadness is that I was in the German hospital for about 2.5 weeks, and I had to eat German food. And some of it, I'm not trying to be ugly, but it was just so bad that I probably would have starved to death. I do not like liverwurst. It is just absolutely horrid. I'm sorry for anybody that likes it. I think my mom and daddy likes it, and I'm just like, please, no. Nine. I had a few sassy people with me that would say they didn't speak English, but yet they wanted to argue with me. And I said, well, if you don't speak English, why are you trying to argue with me? Get. And I had to tell her to get and get me a nurse that was nice, because my blood pressure was going up as I was listening to my Johnny Cash. So I have, 2 brain surgeries, and I didn't need the extra levels of stress. So I was like, get on out of here. And I felt bad about that afterwards, but then I said no, because if somebody's being mean to you and arguing with you and you're doing the best you can and you just had 2 brain surgeries, you tell them to get and you find somebody that has more respect. But I love the doctors that I had, and some of the nurses were amazing. And that was another thing that I wanted to say. I wanted to say that I'm so very grateful for all of the wonderful nurses out here in this world, and the doctors out here trying to help people and save their lives. And I'm just so very thankful for them. And all across the world, I'm just very grateful. My hair is now going to be a hot mess, and I don't know what to do with it. But it is what it is. I already trimmed some of it off because it's gross when you have this going on and you're a woman and you have hair. Men, if they don't have hair, they can just have all this stuff going on, and it's whatever. But as a woman, when you have all this hair, or if you're a man and you have hair, the stuff gets stuck inside of it from the surgeries, and it just gets stuck in there, and you're like, you can't get it out. It takes years to get it out. So I chopped some of my hair off because I need a haircut, and I'm just being vain and wearing these beanies and putting stuff, on my hair to be so vain, because I'm like, I might be getting sick and, all this stuff, but I'm not gonna sit back and just be nasty. So this is a horrid thing that is happening, and I'm just doing the best that I can. I still have my hope and my faith. It's the one thing that gets me through. Without that, I don't think that I would be all right, but I am loved. I've loved God ever since I was a child. I'm not perfect. I am human, and I had a human experience. As you know, we're all human, and nobody's perfect. But I love everybody, and I'm very grateful for everything so far. It's just been a crazy human experience, and I just wanted y'all to know about it, because a lot of people don't know where old Donner has been, and this is exactly what has happened. So today I find out more about my treatments here in Germany. And then I plan on going back home to the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, hopefully at the end of October, and then continue my treatments out there and continue the journey, because I have no idea what the journey holds, guys. I really don't know. I don't know, but God knows. But I just wanted y'all to know everything that was going on. I hope to sing again, but right now I've had too many bills to pay and too many arguments with people that do not speak English, even though they really do. And it's just been really rough in a different country, you know, and I'm trying to be nice. And I understand it's their country that I'm in, but I'm sorry that I don't speak your language. And so I'm just doing the best that I can do. Google Translate has been great. But it's been rough, guys. It really has. And I just want to say to anybody out there that's struggling, you know, just hang in there. And, you know, I know you're going to be scared because it's a natural thing. I suffer depression and anxiety, so the anxiety has been wow, you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter if I have anxiety or not, because what will be, you know. And so when I was having my surgeries, even though I was scared, it didn't matter. It had to be done. And so you have to be brave. And it was crazy because they were calling me the American. So I felt like the gladiator, a warrior. I felt like maybe a soldier or something. And I felt just strange in a strange land, you know, calling me the American. And I was like, oh. And then I think of the gladiator and the beautiful music and, you know, the strength and the fighting and the, you know, trying your best to do the best you can. It's pretty crazy. But I have another funny story, and I know I keep rattling, but I'm just hoping that this will help other people. And if there's anything I can do for y'all, please let me know. But I also, it's okay. You don't have to say anything. You don't even have to say you're sorry, because I think everything happens the way that it should for a reason. And I still think God is in control, no matter if it rains on the just or the unjust. I still trust in God, no matter what, whether I'm in this body or I'm not. It's up to God. But I was in the ICU the second time, and there was this little German man, and I was trying to sleep, and he kept going, hello, hello, hello. And I'm like, if you don't stop saying hello, I was trying to sleep, and for 20 minutes you're saying hello. And so I go over there, and I look, and I'm like, yes. And he was like, Hilfe, which means help in German. And y'all, I had to start singing loud for those nurses in ICU to hear us, because he was in a corner, and I'm back here, and I'm like, hello, can you hear us? We need some help. He's in the back. Hilfe. And I sing it so loud. And they came out and they ran and they were like, ma'am, can we help you? I was like, man down. I was like, help the poor man. Man down. Please help. And so they had to help him. He couldn't breathe good. And, you know, when you have that, your throat gets really tore up because you have these things down your throat that I didn't even know. Nobody told me that I had these things down my throat. And that's why my throat was hurting the next few days. So I saved the man. I was going through there praying for everybody. And I was just like, God, I just pray for everyone in the name of Jesus, you know, out of this place. Because there's so many suffering. There's so many people that are hurting, you know. And so I had quite the experience, guys, in this hospital, in the ICU, and with the food and with the Germans. And it's something that I'll never forget, that's for sure. And every morning when I was eating my breakfast, I'd play my Johnny Cash, The Ring of Fire. And I'd play it really loud, thinking about home and what brings us comfort. And for me, that is music, that is God, that is the, you know, mountains, The Ring of Fire, my Johnny Cash, my Elvis. But anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know that it is a sad situation for me, for others that's already had this and for my brother-in-law, and I ask for prayers for each and every one of us. And just continue to keep on keeping on. And the world is hard, I know, but if we can just continue to love one another, if possible, don't be bitter, but just try to continue to love and understand and to choose to be happy if possible. I think that's the best case scenario, because we all one day have to pass away. And I hate to, bust anybody's bubble, but it's truth. And I don't know when, but it's like you're born into this body to leave it, like a puppy. And it really hurts, and it's terrible, for the ones left behind. But who's to say it's not better somewhere else, So I just wanted to share this message and let y'all know. And I'm now getting hungry, so I got to get me something to eat. I'm hangry. That was the one thing that I kept saying out of the ICU is, I need to eat, and I have to pee. And they were like, but you have a catheter. I said, a what? I said, how is this possible? I can't have a catheter. But I found out it's worse for men. So I was like, thank goodness I'm a woman, because I don't have to have a bad catheter. It's not too terrible. But I had to pee. And they were like, no, you don't. It's in your mind. I'm like, get this thing out of me. That's terrible. It's just absolutely horrid. But anyway, there's some funny in all of this. And I hope that you guys can find humor, hope, and whatever else that it is that you need to find in this video. But I love you guys, and I just wanted to thank you for everything, for listening to my music, for just loving me as a person or not. Either way, I love y'all, and I thank you for everything. It's been a wonderful journey, and I love the continued hope and prayer. But I will say that I am going to go back to those Blue Ridge Mountains, y'all. And I'm so happy to see my family and my friends again, and to see those mountains, and just be outside in the air and just feel this Native American feeling that I've always felt. It's just going to be a blessing, to be home again. But I love y'all, and you take care of each other. And above all, please just love one another. That's what my request is, that you would just continue to love one another. I love y'all so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.